Welcome everybody, I'm Corey Graves. I'm happy to introduce you to the biggest and best channel on YouTube for WWE Champions, Guersan's Gaming.
One and only.
Hello champions, we're going to do a preview for the brand new Ricochet that gets out Friday afternoon. He is an acrobat and he looks pretty fun. I haven't done this is going to be my first match I'm going to do with him. So let's have a look. Oh, before we get going, my daughter made me a clapperboard for my video, so let's use it. So, action. By the way, fun fact, if you didn't know what's the use for clapperboard and why they're called clapperboard, well, it's because they do a clap sound, and they're not only used for the info on it, but the sound they make when you clap for editing, so they can find the footage. So, end of the useless info. Now let's get on with the real info. All right, as usual, they lent us the characters where we don't get to keep them. Actually, I only have a few hours to do this because they got to take it away before the event starts, so I got to hurry up. So Ricochet is an acrobat. The first move set we're going to try is the red green. It's going to be the rolling lariat, 8 MP red move, deal 8.7k damage, and choose 2x4 area to swap into green gems. Bicycle kick, 2 MP red move, deal 4.1k damage and increase the strength of your multiplied gem by 1. And a King's Landing deals 2.1k damage and choose a 1x6 area to make into multiplied gem of strength 2. Our trainers, we're going to use Sting to start with, 4 more red MP, and Matt so that multiplied gem strength is increased by 2. I also got X-Pac to help out. Don't have a second coach there, don't really need one. If this was like a feud, I would obviously get a countering coach. But for the purpose of this, I don't really need to put one. Oh, what the hell. Let's put one anyway, just so that it looks more real. I'm gonna put Tozawa to reduce the submissions. So, let's do this. Now, unfortunately, right now, I do have the tour buffs, the perks. So that's gonna give, that's gonna change things a little. One of which being I'm going to start with more MP. Right, so I'm not going to use the moves right away because normally I wouldn't have them ready on the first turn. So I'm going to use the red, which I would use to get it ready on the second turn, and then on the second turn I would have them ready. Now I can play it as it would normally go during a match. So we're going to choose a 1x6 area to make here. We're going to pick this area here. Now we're going to increase their strength by 1. Now I'm going to switch, I'm going to take a 2x4 area to make into green. We're going to take those. Did 69k. All right. Not a little red to start working on it for the refill. Damn it. All right, so we got some red now. I'm gonna take it anyway, just to help refill those reds. That's a good thing I took Tozawa to help reduce their submission. Right, I'm gonna wait until the next turn before I do it. Let's just get rid of his cross gem or X gem. Okay, let's kick out of that. All right. Let's pick a 1x6 area. Let's increase their strength. And let's do 2x4 in green. That's going to connect with quite a few. That probably did quite a bit. All right, so this spec definitely works. I'm not that big of a fan of it, though. I think the next one is going to be much, much better. I think the next spec we're going to see is definitely the best spec for him.
Set your DVR because this man is capable of some eye-popping moment.
All right, so this move is my favorite on paper. Let's see how it does on the field. It is the 630 Santon blue move 9 MP. It's a finisher that deals 19.3k damage and destroys 6 random multiply gems and pin the opponent. Super kick deals 10k damage and choose 4 gems to make into green gems. It's 6 blue MP. And the springboard crossbody 7 green MP deals 11k damage and make 5 random blue gems into multiply gems of strength 2. Trainers I'll be using are Lawler to start with 4 more blue MP and Matt to have those multiplier be 4. I could also use Rezer instead of Lawler, but for the purpose of this we're going to use Lawler and we'll try after using Rezer instead. All right, so again, set Rollins. Okay. I'm not going to use the move because it should not be ready on the first turn if it wasn't for the current perks. Well, he had a good first turn. Now I'm going to use that green move. Now we're going to use the finisher who's going to destroy 6 multipliers. There's only 5. Now that blue move is going to make me, in this case, 6 because of the perks, but we'll only choose 4 because that's what we would normally get for if it wasn't for the perks. Right? There's only 3 blue gems right now. That's not good for us. Let's wait another turn before we do that. We're not getting any blues on the board. All right, now we got a few blues. Let's destroy them. He kicked out. And let's get out of this. All right, let's recharge that green. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm not using the other two. And he's out. This looks a hell of a lot more reliable, basically because once you do it the first time, it refills both blues, and the second one can easily make you use that that green move and then do that all over again. So he recycles really well, definitely much better. Now we're gonna try the exact same spec, but instead of Lawler, we'll be using Razor.
Up there.
Here comes the magic.
Watch this. 630. Thanks for coming, Jinder.
All right, now we're going to try the exact same thing, but we're going to use Razor instead of Lawler. Let's see how that goes. Okay, gonna take my blue here. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not using the last two because I would normally not get those. Destroyed everything I was trying to set up. All right, now let's put on more multipliers. And now we'll try to set up some cascades. This, and put 3 more. Put there, and don't care about the other one. So by destroying those, that should set up a couple green cascades. That way we're gonna have everything reloaded, green and blue. If he did kick out, but in this case he did not. All right, I kind of like better the one with Lawler and Matt. I think it's more reliable, but this is definitely very viable as well. All right, so we're not gonna have another spec after all. I tried a bunch of them, and frankly, apart from those I already showed you, I can't make any of the other one work. It's either way too unreliable for wins, really board dependent, or I mean, like expect that you wouldn't win like 1 out of 10 match, or if you win them, you're gonna be super low HP, so it's not really viable. Previous ones were pretty decent though, so those would work fine. I definitely don't think that he's gonna be a top tier guy. Can definitely get the job done without a problem, but his main issue is the fact that you got to run the moves 2 times, which means it's going to cost you a lot of health. But he can definitely get the job done. Pretty decent guy. So that's about it. So if you're not already a sub, make sure to do so to be kept aware when I post new stuff. If you have any questions, leave them. And if you like the video, leave a like. G out. Cut.
Hey, this is Bret the Hitman Hart, and I got a very special shout out for my longtime fan, Guersan. This means so much to me when you kick ass on that game. I want to thank you for putting me on your YouTube channel, and I want you to know that you are the excellence of execution in life. You are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there will be.